And good morning, I'm Tracy Sinclair, jumping on here with some breaking news, a developing story that we have at Davis Park in Mountain View. And joining me is Lauren Maxwell. She has been there this morning, at least picking up a few details. Lauren, can you tell us what we know so far?
Yeah, what I can tell you is that police responded here at Davis Park. And I should say, Tracy, that actually this is an area, if you look behind me, you see the major crimes van. That's what's commonly referred to as the snow dump, which is directly across Mountain View Drive from Davis Park. Now, police responded a little after 3 this morning and found 2 adults who were deceased, a man and a woman. We're told that they were outside, and I should tell you, we did see something that looks like a very small encampment over there. So they were apparently in that general area. What police have told us is that they haven't used the word suspicious per se, but there were things about the scene that really warranted a closer look. So we've got the crime scene that's been here for quite a while. Again, they responded a little after 3 this morning. Lots of forensic folks who have been taking pictures of the scene. They've got some evidence markers up, and they're generally busier over on that other side of the street. And you may remember, this is the same area that underwent a huge abatement in mid-June. I did talk to one of the folks who lives in the area, and he said for the most part people have not come back here, but we did see again what looked like a small over there. And I should probably say as well, there is a body that is quite visible once you walk back there, and that apparently has been just on the ground since at least 3 this morning when police arrived. So not a lot of other information beyond that at this point. We're kind of hanging tight to see if we can learn something, but there are still a lot of investigators on the scene over at the snow dump across the street from Davis Park, where again, an adult male and an adult female have both been found deceased as of a little after 3 this morning.
So you say that this began about 3 this morning, but you still see that there is a body out there. You do these, you've been to a lot of crime scenes over your career. Is this typical? Any idea why that would still be the case?
You know, I really don't, I can't say whether it's typical. It's not something that's visible from the road, so it isn't public in that sense. You have to walk back a bit in the woods. When I went to just see what the officers were up to, I didn't see any activity right in the last, say, 20 minutes. So I'm not really sure what the point is, but I can tell you this, and that is that the medical examiner is the one that will ultimately determine the cause of death. So it could be that they are waiting for somebody to process the scene a little more thoroughly.
Okay, Lauren, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I know there isn't a lot of information, but we do appreciate you jumping on and giving us what we know so far. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks. And we, of course, will continue to follow this story through the rest of the day. And just to go over real quickly one more time, there is a death investigation going on. It is near Davis Park. It is across from Davis Park in the area that we have typically referred to as the snow dump. And 2 bodies were found, an adult male and adult female, earlier today about 3 o'clock this morning. They said, what they've said in their statement is that it warranted a closer look. And so that's what they are doing right now. We also have some other breaking news that I'm going to put on pause here for just a second and see if I can gather a little bit more information on, but we're going to continue this. Hold on just a second. So thank you for sticking with me. I do also want to, since we do have additional breaking news here, is that Winona Fletcher has been released from prison. That is following her resentencing, which occurred yesterday. And this is from our website, that the attorney of Winona Fletcher and her mother have confirmed that Fletcher was released from prison last night following the judge's decision to reduce her sentence to 60 years with credit for time served. Now, you will remember that Winona Fletcher was 15 years old in 1985 when she was arrested as part of a triple murder in the Russian Jack neighborhood. Of course, we will continue to follow this story. Yesterday, she was resentenced from life in prison to 60 years in prison, and that meant that with time served, she was eligible for parole. And according to her attorney and her mother, she has been released from prison as of last night. We will continue to follow the story and have more for you on our website, of course, and on our newscast later today at 4, 5, 6, and the late edition. Thank you so much for joining us.